Today, I will be discussing the Black Panther Party, how it started, how it ended, the group's beliefs, and its significance. According to Britannica, this party had helped many African Americans in communities with their education and disease testing. Now, who in my audience knows about the Black Panther Party? With some extensive research, today I will discuss how it started, how it ended, the group's beliefs, and its significance. First, we will discover who started this party. The Black Panther Party was founded in 1966 by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. The origin of Black Panther Party is Oakland, California, which was brought to you by Wilson of the Britannica article. Initially deemed for the Black Panther Party for self-defense because many African American Black people during the Civil Rights Movement had little to no protection against police brutality, Seale and Newton had decided that it would be best if they could form some sort of alliance that would help protect those who were protesting or even just getting abused in the streets. And a lot of abuse was due to a lot of African Americans, even though some had done nothing wrong. Seale and Newton had thought that it would be a really good idea to help those who couldn't defend themselves or didn't want to in fear of persecution even more. So that was a good way that Seale and Newton had decided to start the party. Next, we will discover how it was founded. In the event of Malcolm X's assassination and repetition of Black and African American abuse, Newton and Seale had decided to found the Black Panther Party. Prior to this, the boys had been protesting their college because of their lack of representation for Black people in their history, because of course this is the Civil Rights Movement and not many people were rooting for Black people. So of course they had to keep a very small limit on anything that was ever taught about Black people, because no one wanted to give them any credit for anything good that was done in the past. So of course they had to cut down on anything that would give any Black people credit for good things that they'd done in the past. Now, what were the group's beliefs? The Black Panther Party believed that there were so many African Americans and Black people getting the short end of the stick because they were either unemployed, not getting the proper resources, or were at such an economic slope that they couldn't even afford the simple things like a house for their children. Of course, the slang term is "if it ain't white, it ain't right," which was brought to you by Wilson in a Britannica article. But that phrase came from the Civil Rights Movement because a lot of Black people were getting not paid or not paid properly because of their skin color being dark. It was like the darker the skin color, the less pay you got, and the lighter the skin color, the more pay you got. But even if you were a lighter skinned or lighter complex person, you still wouldn't get paid as much as the regular white people would. The Black Panther Party wanted to make sure that people could get those resources when they needed them, rather than having to wait years or months just to try and get the simplest things that they need, like just food for their children or anything like that, even the simple things that today we would consider regular necessities, which is brought to you by Duncan on a Britannica article. Now, how did the Black Panther Party come to fall? What was their significance? The Black Panther Party, their numbers have been falling for a while since Newton had been to prison, and even before the constant shutdown of Black Panther Party gatherings, the FBI was threatening them and deeming them as threats to the U.S. So of course they would tell them that if they didn't shut it down, then they would be using force, which was not really good for them in any way, shape, or form. But along with the decrease of members, there was also a decrease in money. And of course, it takes money to make money for others. So really, the party was already just shutting down on its own because people really didn't want to be associated with the party, not because of the ideas behind it, but because they were scared of getting everything they loved taken away, because if they had joined the party and they were found that they were with it, they could go to jail and lose everything for their families. So not many wanted to do that. So eventually in 1982, the party had basically dissolved completely, and there was really no one else left in the party. A few stragglers, but no one left. And though the Black Panther Party fell, they left behind a very large mark for those who were of color and even those who weren't, because it showed that they can rise to power just as the Black Panther Party did, regardless of their skin color. Anyways, today we have discussed the history of the Black Panther Party. We've gone through the origin, the reason for its dissolve, the group's beliefs, and its significance. According to Britannica, the Black Panther Party launched 35 survival programs to the communities across the U.S., providing food, shoes, education, and other needed services to those in Black struggling communities. Thank you for listening.